back to our YouTube channel. Today I will be sharing with you a story on how I lost my engagement ring. Yes, I got engaged and I lost the ring. Who does that? This lady right here does that. I know, guys. I know. So I lost my engagement ring barely 2 months after I got engaged. Yes. I know you guys are eager to hear the story, and don't worry, guess what? Your girl got you. I got you guys. I'm going to gist you. I'm going to tell you the story. So just make sure that you grab your popcorns and seats. If you're stopping by on this channel for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so excited that you're here, and my name is Debbie, and my partner will talk about our lifestyle, relationship, family, I jump right into my story, I would mention something that I've noticed, and that's what prompted this video really. Um, there's this thing about engagement these days. For the past few years, there's been a pattern. Um, People have become so um, well, I mean, engagement, getting engaged, like proposal with a ring, has become like generally more acceptable and widespread. It's not really popular. In fact, it has become pop culture for a man to, get on his knees, or even, I mean, without getting on his knees really, and propose to um, a lady that he's been in a relationship with, or whatever, whether they just met or however you guys get engaged. But the point is, like, it has become generally more acceptable to propose with a ring. Um, and I remember, like, back in the days, growing up, it's not really common to hear, oh, this man asked me to marry him, and um, he's not, there's no ring involved. I mean, I remember, like, I had like older cousins, and I remember one who mentioned that, oh, there's this guy, he gave her a promise ring. Like, promise rings were more popular and common, um unlike now where we have like engagement rings. And it doesn't just stop at that. Engagement rings have now become like I said, it's now pop culture to use really really big engagement rings. Like, in fact, I can say that engagement rings these days are even more expensive and more flamboyant, flashy, than even the wedding ring itself. And for me, now I'm going to say something, and this is just from my perspective um and my person. I'm not freaked about jewelry. I'm not crazy about jewelry. So which makes me wonder, like, it's seeming like people are more interested in the ring than the actual engagement. So it seems like I've heard ladies say, um when their boyfriend proposes to them, he better propose to them with like a 2 point something CT diamond, like a 24 carats gold, this and that. Like, there's this huge expectation really for to have a flashy ring with a really gigantic rock, on it. And makes you wonder, like, have we become so superficial when it comes to like marriage? um I don't know. It just makes me wonder. This is me just pondering in my heart, and I decided to share this while sharing my story about the engagement ring. And before I jump into my story, let me throw this question out there. As a lady, do you think that you would accept a proposal of a man, or you'd actually acknowledge a proposal that is done without a ring? And if you're a man, would you propose to a lady without a ring? Do you think it's something you would do, especially in this age and time where um, the engagement is more respected? I don't know, like, I don't know if that's the word to use. It's more valid, especially in the eyes of outsider, if there's a ring involved. So I'm gonna jump right into my story. So I got engaged to my fiance then fiance, who is now my husband, um in October, sorry, in December, I think December 22, 2019. And so before then, we have been dating since July 2018. Let me say, we've been in a relationship. And I would say that we got into the relationship with the mindset for marriage. Like when we were getting into the relationship, we knew this relationship was heading to marriage. So it wasn't like dating in that sense. It was more like courtship. Um, and then so like the engagement was like a formal proposal. I mean, again, just like in this age and time where men get on their knees and proposes to their, you know, to their affianced or like girlfriend or person they're in a relationship with, or uh, so he did that formally, like, and I would say he did not get on his knees, my dear. My husband did not get on his knees, and well, he had an explanation. He's not that kind of guy that would not go on his knees, but I don't really think I cared. But the point is, he got on his, he proposed to me, um, with this 18, and I'm going to share the details of how we got engaged later in that video. But the point is, like, he proposed to me on December 21 or 22, 2019. It was on a Sunday, and he did that with 18 carats gold. And the reason why I'm mentioning is that because of the importance of the ring in this video. So he proposed, and the ring was 18 carats gold. I'll put the picture here. And yeah, I was excited. I was nervous. I was like, all that. So, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, thing, like, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna insert the video, if I have the video. And then I showed some of my friends. It was more like low key. We're not like out on the whole social media thing and everything. And then we did our introduction like 2 weeks after, because my husband told me that after he proposed to me that day, he told me that his family were coming to see my family for proper introduction in 2 weeks time. Yes. And then I was like, and at that time I came visiting to Nigeria, um and I was supposed to go back. So within 2 weeks, we had to organize like a quick introduction within the families and blah blah. That's how we did our introduction. But that's not the point. After my husband proposed to me, I went back to the US, and I remember there was something I kept telling him. Like even before he proposed, I would always tell him that, babe, I knew he was gonna like give me a ring, propose with a ring someday when I come back to Nigeria. And we talk about it, like jokingly. And I always tell him not to bother with the ring because I always fear that I was going to lose it. Because really, I'm not freaked about jewelry or rings or anything. Like, I legit did not even, like, I had never, before the proposal, I had never, I can't remember checking out like engagement rings, like, because I wasn't interested. Because I was like, I just felt it was so going to be really uncomfortable for me. Like, I could not even wear fashion rings. Like, that's how, because I just wanted to be free. I didn't want, I just felt it was going to be uncomfortable, like wearing rings and all. And I always joke about it, like, that if I get a ring, I probably would lose it. Um, and yeah, he proposed, and then I went back to the US. And guys, like, okay, there was a time that I felt like, okay, I was going to remove this ring and just keep it. And then um I think I said it jokingly, and I felt his countenance was not happy about it, because I mean, why would you spend so much money to get a really nice ring and I would not wear it? And guys, remember that we're in a long distance relationship, so um I mean, it wasn't nice for me to not to show that okay I'm engaged, that kind of thing. Like especially if other guys are like, coming and didn't, and you just want to stay out of temptation, in the long distance relationship, really. Um, and say I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to wear this thing, and then I'll always like there was a time I was removing the ring before I have my bath so I don't spoil it. But I was like, you know what, this is a 18 karat gold. If I bait with it, it will be fine. It's not going to fade or something like. So I started baiting with it because I was really scared that this was going to roll over, fall off, and fall into the like hole, but the sinkhole or something. Like I just had crazy thoughts. I was really, really scared. Like I was going to lose it. I don't know. I just kept having that fear. And I always tell him joking. There was a time I asked him jokingly that if I lose this ring, what will you do? And he was like, well, he's going to get me a new one. And guys, see, they say the word of your mouth is very, very powerful. Let me tell you what happened finally. So around March, so I got the ring in December. Okay, that was 3 months. December, I went back to the US in like late January, and then in March, and this was 1 week before they started the lockdown in the US. I I had a very busy day on a particular day. It was on a Friday, I think. It was Thursday or Friday. I was going to go to work in the morning. I worked on campus, and then I was TAing. I was a teaching assistant, so I had two classes to proctor exams for, like an undergrad class and one graduate class. I was going to proctor exams that day. So, like, and that morning I was so busy. I did not even eat before I left the house. So I went to work. From work, I went to see one of my friends. I don't know what I went to do, maybe to print something. I went to her faculty. Um, there, I think that was where I lost that ring. But I went there. I still remember seeing the ring on my finger, and then I I went. Uh, I left there. I think I ate there, and then I dashed. I think I was in a hurry, and then I took like the school campus shuttle. I went back to my faculty, and then I went to proctor exams. So that was really, really hectic for me. So I was just jumping from one place to another. Like since I think I left my house like 8 a.m. that day, and then like 5 o'clock I was still like basically proctoring exams and working. And then I remember when my first class I proctored, after sharing like the papers and they started their exams, I just checked my hand and I was like, my ring. And I was like, oh my god, my ring. And I was like, okay, I need to retrace my step. I started thinking like, where did I go to? How did I lose the ring? I was so scared. I told my friend to help me check her department if she find anything where we sat. I texted. So I remember going to see like the professor I was assisting. um so I went, I texted her or something. I asked her to help me check her office if she found any ring there. I went to, okay, so I remember going to the library, like my department's library. I went there, the ring was not there. I checked everywhere. I told people around if they could help me see a ring. I said, guys, I was so sad. I was like, oh my god, like I was just putting my hand on my head, my hand on my head. I was like, oh my god.